Good news, guys. There's no Chef Jeff in this episode.
Yeah. A lot of side ponytail, but no groomer. Mm-hmm. I was very happy about that.
Yeah. So if you didn't want him, this is a good episode to listen to. How are you?
I'm good. It's really early in the morning for me.
Yeah. Tough.
And we're not going to specify what time that is. So it's fine. I'm seeing Backrooms tonight.
Oh, please let me know how it is.
I'm a little bit nervous.
I've never seen the YouTube video.
I'm just familiar with the concept.
Me too.
But I've never played the game or really engaged with any of the online content around it.
I've just seen it on Tumblr.
Yeah.
I know the pictures.
Yeah. So the director is literally 20 years old.
Could be a good thing or a bad thing.
I don't feel bad for him. I mean, A24 gave him so much money and let him build 60 acres worth of sets, which is awesome.
Great.
But I feel like what's happening to the director of Obsession right now, the treatment he's receiving, being blown up and
Is that his host movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like if Backrooms had come out before Obsession, this little 20-year-old director would be getting that same treatment. But the world does not want to early 20s male internet directors,
That's so fair.
Yeah, there's only room for one these days.
Do you see Robert Pattinson is doing a movie as Chris
To
Hansen?
Catch a Predator? Yeah, it looks so good.
I'm so excited.
His career is so impressive to me as someone who's watched everything he's ever been in, because I ranked it all when I was working at BuzzFeed.
Is your favorite the 9/11 movie?
No, I fucking hate that movie. Obviously, I think we put it worst on our list.
It's not good.
We ranked things worst to best, and we started with Remember Me. Anyway, should we get to it?
Let's do it. Okay, Season 1, Episode 26, Tree of Forgiveness, which aired September 24th, 2012. Lenny's licking me.
Lenny, is the painting just a tree of forgiveness?
It's a tale of Greek mythology, which has nothing to do with the actual show. It's because Angelo gives Daphne a literal tree of forgiveness in the first scene.
We gotta talk about that tree.
Yeah. But if you want to know the story quickly, it's this Greek guy, Phyllis, falls in love with Demophon. He leaves for Attica but promises to marry her. When he fails to return on time, she kills herself.
Oh.
Taking pity on her, the gods transform her into an almond tree. And then when Demophon returns and hugs the tree blooms. And Phyllis emerges from the bark to forgive and hug her lover.
Wow.
But the painting has her, breaking from the tree and hugging him. And he's like, what the fuck?
Well, why was he hugging the tree if he didn't think it was his girlfriend?
I think he was like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for you to kill yourself. Now you're an almond tree. And then she said,
don't kill yourself.
You're so sexy.
You're an almond tree.
And then she breaks away and she's like, psych. I'm back. And I forgive you. It's
What's
all
going on with
because
Greek mythology?
It's all because the very first scene, Angelo knocks on the guest house door and gives Daphne a literal tree of forgiveness. Yeah. It's like a 2-foot-tall tree in a potted plant.
That he has handcrafted
letters.
And painted these little wooden letters that spell out, they're like ornaments, and they spell out her name. It is completely random. It makes no sense. I think that's kind of the point, is to show he knows nothing about her. Why would he give her this random tree? But it is huge. And the opening shot is kind of filmed. It's filmed on shaky cam.
Oh, I noticed that.
It's filmed like a horror movie.
Sure.
She approaches the door, opens it, and the sight of Angelo standing there with the tree is all filmed like he's gonna murder her.
Ah!
But instead she's just like, what the fuck? Okay, thanks, I guess. I gotta go.
Yeah, that was it. She places it on the kitchen counter, and then she's like, bye.
Yeah.
Oh, but before that, he was like, you should hang out. And she goes, perhaps not.
This whole episode, he's like, what if we spent time together? And she's like, no, thanks though.
Which is her right.
Yeah, it is her right. Angelo, back off.
I know. Now we're with Bay and Toby at the car wash because John is sponsoring a motorcycle show that's going to happen soon. But another person has tagged the car wash and it says haters. John's not happy.
No, and this one is ugly.
It's ugly. And then also, I wouldn't want something on my place of business to say haters.
No, he's like, obviously these are the same people that hit us.
Right.
Before. And Bay's like, but the art style is totally different.
Are you blind, Dad?
Tough. This is a spoiler for later in the episode, and it's not even a reveal, but I want to say something now, and it's that Bae later will go to Zara's place of work to say she's sorry to her or whatever.
Zara works at the library.
And Zara works at the fucking public library. I just don't feel, as someone who knows many librarians, that feels true to Zara's character.
Right. Of all jobs. It's so strange to me.
They, like, didn't think that one through.
Does she have a master's then?
Right.
You need
Is
a
she an
master's to be a
adult?
librarian.
Like, also, I don't feel that the library hires teenagers.
She looks maybe a little bit older than Bae.
So just keep in mind the whole time, everything Zara's doing, this is a librarian.
With white girl dreads.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good.
It doesn't look great, but it's also, like, confusing because they're not really dreads. They're, like, twists.
Kind of twist, kind of like bubble braids. Maybe I'm old,
did.
but I had such a hard time siding with Bae in this episode.
Me
She was
too.
like, Dad, it's art. And he's like, no, I want it gone. Let's paint over it. I think,
Specifically when she's like, the haters is art. I'm like, no, it's not.
not to me.
Not to me either.
Also, it's your business, and you're allowed to want your business to look a certain way. Not to defend, I don't know, maybe I'm defending a rich man, but...
I mean, he goes on a tirade about, like, I pay a lot of money to own this wall, and if I want to paint it, I'll paint it. And I don't disagree
Right.
with him. I think he's coming from a place of being a hater. And it's not that I don't hate it, but it's just that I'm like, some street art is good.
Yeah, that's not one of them.
Some street art is good. That's not.
No.
So,
Okay. Next scene, we're at the Kennish house. Angelo, again, remember, has no job, but he's been helping with house stuff. I don't know what exactly, but he's always on a ladder banging around.
I don't think they meant to do this, and I'm not religious, so I can't. There were a lot of Jesus parallels with Angelo this episode.
Go on,
They're
elaborate.
always making him carry a big thing of wood, and then he shoots himself through the hand with a nail later on. Wow. I know. Jesus was a carpenter. So I don't know. Something there.
Angelo's Jesus.
Not no.
Anyways, Angelo's helping with house stuff, with a hammer and nails and whatever.
It feels like at least he finally has something to do.
That's what I think he was like,
I
let me
think
fix
Catherine
this.
was like, go on, pick up a nail gun or whatever.
Yeah, make
'Cause
yourself
you know they
productive.
have people lined up for that.
Yes.
He's like, I'm gonna finally fix that door. It's loose or whatever. Like, okay.
Yeah, sure. But Catherine, while he's working, asks him about Leanne the nurse, his source. And at first he fakes that he doesn't know who she's talking about. But then he confesses and he's like, yeah, I didn't want Regina to know.
Honestly, fair. She gets really pissed.
She's a very,
She's very jealous.
very jealous person.
I mean, the timing of it is like kind of yucky.
Yeah, and she'll say later on, so like, you just found out your girls are switched to birth and the first thing you do is like, go fuck the nurse.
Yeah. But I don't know. That's kind of how Regina works too.
In what way?
Just in that she like also will panic and then seek out a bad decision.
So true. Maybe they're perfect for each other.
They're kind of mirrors of each other.
Yeah. Now Bae meets with Zara.
I couldn't watch this scene.
And she talks to Zara about the tag, the haters tag, and Zara's like, yeah, I did that. Fuck that guy.
And Bae's like, he's really litigious. Don't do that.
Yeah, let's not do the car wash
But
anymore.
she does not mention that that's her dad.
No, Zara has no idea.
Which I think it would have made it, that context would have made it cooler that Bae had done it in the first place.
Because it's her dad?
Zara was like, do it somewhere really visible and risky. So for Bae, a teenager, to then tag her father's business, that does feel like bold. I feel like she could have said, yeah, that's my fucking dad. You know, like, she could have been like,
But also, I feel like she'd be in less trouble because it's her dad and not some random business.
I mean, the point wasn't to get in trouble, though. They were just like, do it somewhere really visible.
Sure, that makes sense.
Anyway, Bae rolls up in her car.
The thing.
And
Zara's like, I've seen this car around town. I'm obsessed with this car. I've always wanted to tag it.
she wants to bomb it.
Bomb it.
That's what she says.
I guess bomb is like
Bomb is
completely cover it.
Yeah.
And Bae's like, so have I. And then they start geeking out about designs.
She's like, obviously something with a little sky or like the ocean, like rolling towards you, a big shark. And Bae's like, yeah, here comes trouble. I wanted to die.
They're perfect for each other. They should kiss.
They should kiss. These should kiss and then go be like cringy freaks together.
Yeah.
It is so embarrassing watching Bae try to be like, quote, bad girl.
She's not good at it.
She's really not good at it. Vanessa, I think it was a choice you made
Because
to not be good at it.
Vanessa Morano's not a bad girl.
No, she seems very sweet.
I know.
I don't think she's ever graffitied anything in her life.
Yeah. John is so confused at the Kenish house. He's talking to Catherine. He's like, I don't get why Bay took this so personally.
Yeah. And then Catherine says this thing that pissed me off. She's like, I used to fight like that with my dad all the time. How can you believe in the death penalty? You are a fascist. But she like says it mocking herself. And I was like, well, yes.
Also, her father sucked. Didn't he get arrested by the IRS or something?
Yeah, I don't think we know about that yet.
They casually mention the IRS.
Oh, yeah, they do. He's like sus. Anyway, those are real things to fight about, Catherine.
Yeah,
You should be trying to yell at your dad if he thinks that the government should be allowed legally to kill whoever they want.
Yes,
whoever
I agree.
they deem guilty. That's, if you can't tell, I'm also very against the death penalty.
Yes, as am I.
Like, if he's a fascist,
it's true.
say it with your chest.
Come on, Catherine.
Say it Zoran style.
Exactly.
Anyway, that pissed me off.
I agree.
Emmett's at the motorcycle show.
With Daphne, they're checking in. A hot deaf girl shows up to sign in. So Emmett signs in by typing his full name on the notes app and then shows it. And then a girl also does the same thing. In deaf culture, you immediately go, oh my god, are you deaf? Hi.
Yeah.
And you start chatting.
I know, I thought it was odd that didn't happen.
Especially a girl they don't know who doesn't go to Carlton. They turned their head and they just went, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it made sense that Emmett wasn't jumping to talk to her, but Daphne would have been.
Daphne would have been like, oh my god, hi.
Yeah.
I thought that was strange.
Yeah, but Robin has to approach them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Her name is Robin. The actor is played by Ashley Fiolick. I'm so sorry if I butchered your last name.
She's so pretty.
She's gorgeous. She is a motocross racer in real life. And she also works as a stunt actor now. And she was born deaf. But Daphne is catching vibes. Robin is into Emmett.
Yeah.
Asking him a lot of questions, talking about motorcycles. He's not vibing.
And that's his dream girl. He establishes in the very first episode we meet him in.
Hot, deaf, blonde, into motorcycles.
Yeah. That's what he wants.
Yeah.
I don't think he specifies blonde. I feel like that would be weird.
Hot,
but
deaf, and
she's
into
hot and blonde.
But she is a hot blonde.
Yeah.
But he's still hung up on Bay. And Daphne's like, honey, would you moved on? And he goes, no, I'll wait forever for Bay if I have to.
Daphne's really trying to be like, I don't think anything's changed with her. You're being a bit of a freak. And it is not working.
No.
I noticed in this scene that Daphne's telling Robin, like Robin's asking questions about his bike and stuff, trying to flirt with him. Emmett's not being responsive at all. So Daphne's trying to kind of flirting back on his behalf. And she's telling him about the bike, and then she's like, oh, but you should have seen his old bike. And what she signs is he'll never forget her.
Yes.
But what the captions read as is he'll never get over her.
Okay.
And I feel like this is a clear example of the script really wanting to make it clear that they're talking about Bay.
Mm.
You know?
Didn't even catch that. That's not.
Yeah, like he's like, oh, he should have seen his old bike. And Emmett's over there like, oh, my old bike. But he's thinking about Bay. Yeah.
Wow. Good catch. Good catch.
I mean, those meanings aren't too different, but I feel like the change.
The script clearly wanted it to be about Bay.
Yeah.
And Daphne, the actor, is just singing about the bike.
Yeah.
That is interesting. Yeah, good point. Toby is home. He's struggling. He's going through it.
I was like so pissed off every time we spent time with Toby this episode until the end, because I was like, oh, that's what they're doing. They're setting up this whole side plot that I completely forgot about.
But I get why. I feel like out of everyone, he might be struggling the most. Like his band fell apart and his girlfriend cheated on him.
Yeah.
He is going to graduate this year too from high school. So I think he's kind of like, I don't know what to do. He's feeling listless.
Maybe focus on college, buddy.
Yeah.
Those college applications aren't going to do themselves.
He's playing video games.
Yeah.
Catherine comes up and says, you're not playing too much music. Why?
I really hated all of his video game playing sounds. So sorry to Lucas Grapeel.
This game was so strange.
But he's making he's like, ugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. I hated it.
Let's switch to the kitchen, the Kenish kitchen. Thank God we're not at the Chef kitchen.
No. Every scene transition, I was living in fear.
Yeah. Daphne's making a vegan chocolate cake. Don't know what for, but it sounds delicious.
You know what for. For her chef. She said, I'm experimenting with something new. He's the something new.
Oh my God.
She's making him a sexy vegan chocolate cake.
Fuck. You're right.
So he's in this episode in spirit, just not.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. Angelo comes up and he goes, what if we go to a bistro sometimes? They make a really good chocolate cake there too. And Daphne goes, no, I don't want to be friends.
And he goes, well, it doesn't have to be a bistro. She goes, no. And then he's carrying planks of wood and he like drags them behind him like a cross away from her.
That's so funny. He's like,
I don't think they did this on purpose, but I was like, they keep framing him as Jesus.
Being rejected by his community.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's being crucified by Daphne for his crimes.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's really good. She just sadly walks away with this planks of wood like, okay, I'll leave you alone. Catherine comes to the guest house to see Regina.
Yeah. And she's like, by the way, where's Patrick? And I was like, oh, that's right. I totally forgot about that man. Did we ever see him again or is he gone forever?
No idea.
Because Regina isn't like we broke up. She's just like,
he's mad at me, but whatever. Okay. She goes, Angelo, I know she's eating breakfast in the guest house a lot instead of the main house. Is he uncomfortable? Is he trying to avoid me? And Regina's like, no, he's just trying to make strides with Daphne.
yeah.
He belongs in the guest house.
Yeah, it's where he belongs. And then she's like, okay, just wanted to make sure you guys like weren't sleeping together also.
And Regina goes, well, we are married.
But then she's like, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
And then Catherine's like, okay, great, because I need to tell you that he was sleeping with that nurse that we met the other night at the hospital.
Regina gets insanely jealous and insecure immediately.
And Catherine's kind of like, oops.
Good for Catherine. Daphne and Bay are talking about the motorcycle show. And Daphne's like, you know Emmett's going to be there, right? And Bay goes, yeah, obviously. I'm aware. Sim Kamala also, between the two of them.
Daphne's just like, he's going to be there for you. He's still pining after you.
Yeah.
He thinks he can get you back. And Bay's like,
I clearly said no.
yeah. And Daphne's like, right, but like, could he get you back? And Bay doesn't explicitly say no. She says, I'm not ready.
Yeah, that's
Daphne's
fair.
like, you can punish him for as long as you want, but like, is the door still open? And Bay says, I'm not ready. That's real.
But then Daphne says to Bay, like, I think you need to tell him that he needs to move on.
I don't think this is Bay's responsibility at all. Like, it's not her responsibility to relieve him of this pining that he's chosen to put himself into.
Yeah, I see that.
Like, he got himself into this situation and then he chose to be like, I'm gonna wait for you, even when she was really angry with him. It hasn't been that long. Like, it's just not her responsibility. I understand Daphne trying to like advocate for her friend, but he actually kind of does deserve. Clap if you think he should suffer. Like, I do. I think he should suffer just a little bit. I think it's fine.
I agree.
Even if she's like, I'm not waiting for you, don't. I feel like it's still up to him to choose whether or not to do that.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good point. I agree with you. Regina, with her little wrist brace.
Regina's on her way to work, and she's walking in. She turns her head, and she sees Simone Sinclair in broad daylight in the middle of the street buying a bottle of bagged mystery alcohol off
She's
a random
waiting.
man.
She's waiting for an adult to buy it for her.
And Regina storms over, yells at the man,
Good.
says you should be in jail, and then takes the bottle.
Yeah,
and
takes
is
the
like,
bottle.
Come with me.
Yeah, brings Simone into the car. Starts telling her off. And Simone's like, obviously you know what happened. Regina's like, yes, Bay and Daphne told me. So Regina does know
Yeah.
what Simone has done. And Simone's like, yeah, everyone hates me at school. And Regina goes, you're not the worst thing you've ever done.
I had a really hard time generating any empathy for this situation.
For the two of them, I had such a hard time.
I don't know, poor little rich girl.
Also, Simone says, I tried to apologize to Toby. No, she didn't. Remember, she was like,
how's your music going? She was so weird.
I thought you wouldn't even care, remember? Mm-hmm. That wasn't an apology. I was just, yeah. But Regina does rightfully say it's not their job to forgive you.
Yeah.
And
you have
then
to, like, make amends and move on.
Yeah, and Simone goes, can you be my friend? I have no friends.
And Regina's like, yes,
I don't know.
She needs to call Simone's dad. This is a minor.
Right.
Like,
she's in trouble.
If you know that, yeah, she's, like, actively struggling with sobriety.
Get her help. Get her treatment.
This is a minor. This is not a situation where you need to respect, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like...
You should not be respecting the rules of Alcoholics Anonymous and be like, I'm not going to say anything. You need to contact an adult in her life.
That's a good point. I agree.
And Regina cannot be that adult.
No.
No.
And Simone's family can afford a great treatment center.
Yeah, go send her off to rehab for the summer, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, but instead, for the plot, now Regina is functionally Simone's sponsor / friend.
I guess.
Whatever.
Sure.
Okay. Catherine convinces Toby. She's like, Toby, I have to go take this stuff to the rummage sale. It's giving. Do you remember?
When she was recycling the paint or something?
Yes. Do you remember episode like 3 or 4 when she was like, I'm taking all of this paint to the toxic waste recycling center?
Yeah.
And it was like a cover. Why is that her cover?
It's always putting stuff, random shit in the trunk of a car.
Yeah. Anyway, she's like, Toby, get in the car. We're going to a rummage sale.
At the local church.
At the local church. And Toby's like, okay, fine. And so they get in the car, wonder what that's about.
Bay and Zara are doing street art with the other guys.
In broad daylight.
Broad daylight.
This is crazy.
They're stupid.
They're so stupid.
Bay says, so why do you always paint octopus?
Yeah.
And Zara's like, well, it's because of my hair.
Yeah, it's because of my
Weird
maybe
fake.
cultural appropriation-y haircut.
The actor is white, by the way.
Oh.
She's Jewish and French.
Oh. Wow.
Because she gives Bay so much shit for calling herself a Vasquez.
Yeah, Zara is like not white in the show.
No, she's like POC coded in the show.
Yeah, vague, but yes.
But the actor is white.
I think specifically in this episode where they're talking about them, they really don't look like dreads either. And she doesn't say they're dreads.
No, she never says dreads.
She just says, it's because of this, my hair. It's also, she says...
They look like tentacles.
Right, but she says they were making fun of me when I was a kid. So I'm like, so you've had this hairstyle, this same hairstyle? She says like when she was like in elementary school.
Is she implying that it's natural? I'm confused.
That's what... Right. Okay.
It's so strange because the actor herself has like straight brown hair.
Yeah. This feels like a plot point written by...
It's written by white
people.
Yes.
Who were just like, I don't know, put something vague in there about how she was bullied for her hairstyle as a child.
Cops arrive.
Yeah, Bay's trying to bond, and then the cops show up, and the two guys run, fuck 8-Ball and the other guy, whatever.
One cop sprints after them.
And the other... shoves Zara against a wall.
Mm-hmm. Pats them down.
Zara's being, like, a little bit mouthy to the cop. And then he pats Bay down and finds her loose ID in her back pocket.
Yeah, no wallet.
Why would you do that? Why would you?
Well, I hope
so. If you're going to commit a crime... Yeah, but I'm just saying, if you're going to commit a crime, leave the ID at home, just in case.
Well, she drove. She has to carry her ID.
And then he's like... Bay Kenish, I know your father.
A basement for the Kansas City Royals?
She's like, yeah, that's my dad. And Zara's like, reveal. And then he lets her off with a warning.
Yeah, he goes, I love your dad. Have a great day.
And Zara's not like, wow, thanks for getting us out of that.
She's goes, you lied to me.
Yeah.
Your last name is Kenish and not Vasquez. And you bombed your dad's car wash? What? She seemed like turned off by that too.
Yeah. She just didn't like the lying. And I get that she's like, well, now I'm realizing you're like a privileged kid from Mission Hills, whatever. But they don't know each other that well. I don't know. Like, I think it's fine.
I agree.
I think that she's really upset because they had a budding relationship going. And she feels like now it's built on a lie. And now they're not going to kiss.
And now they're not going to kiss. It's
That's
really
sort of
sad.
what I feel is happening in this situation.
Now we're at the motorcycle show. John is looking around. He was like, this is actually awesome. Thank you for convincing me to sponsor this.
So what I feel is happening is that he feels like he's on shaky ground with Bay. And as a dad, he's like trying to be like, look, I'm engaging in things that you like. Not realizing that Bay only wanted him to do this because it was back when she was with Emmett.
He also has like a Kenish car wash motorcycle shirt.
Yeah.
And he asked her to wear it. And she's like, no, I don't want to.
She's like, I don't want to wear a shirt that identifies me as a Kenish.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was pissing me off. Like, he's trying.
He really is.
He's misstepping, but he doesn't know that, and he doesn't understand why. And she hasn't communicated to him, really, about what happened with Emmett and, like, why she might not care about the motorcycle thing anymore. Anyway, both the parents are kind of misstepping because Catherine has tricked Toby into going to play at their old church's music group that he was in when he was like 12.
New Dawn.
Oh my god, kind of Twilighty.
Oh my god.
Wow. So
Toby is pissed.
yeah, Toby's like, why are we here? And Catherine's like, remember when we were Christian? Just get on that stage. And then they walk in and there's a pretty blonde girl playing a song about how she wants to fuck Jesus or whatever.
Yeah. The MC is Michael from Zoe 101.
Yes. Oh my God. That was so exciting.
He's
there for like 2 seconds. Is he there later? Or was that just like the most random?
I looked up the actor and he has a bunch of domestic violence charges.
No. Oh no.
Cancelled.
That is so tragic. I feel like everyone involved in Zoe 101 is like in a really dark place.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the actor that played Logan was in jail.
Oh, that's right.
Although, what did he do?
Dan Schneider's a fucking nightmare.
Well, yeah, obviously.
They've been through a lot.
Everything he touches is poisoned.
Yeah. But Michael from Zoe 101 introduces Guitar Face. And
this sets Toby off. He's like, it's not Guitar Face. I'm a solo act now.
And
I was like, shut up. Nobody cares.
No.
Nobody knew who your band was anyway. Your name can just be Guitar Face on your own.
It really could.
Who cares?
But he storms off. And then Catherine...
There was a lot of watching this episode through my hands, because this was also so cringy to me.
He didn't storm off. Catherine goes, I don't want you feeling this way just because Simone broke up with you. And he goes, Mom, she slept with Emmett. And then she's like, Bays Emmett? She's gagged.
Catherine is like the last person to find out.
She's too stunned to speak.
She's stunned.
He storms off, but then Leah Thompson takes the stage.
And she starts to a cappella sing. What was the song?
Hard Times Come Again No More.
I had not heard it before.
It's like a parlor song. They sang that because they don't have to worry about copyright.
Oh.
This song was written before the Civil War.
Wow. Okay. I was like, what is this? She puts on like a fake Southern accent while she sings it too.
Yeah.
Very confusing. And then
But it works.
It works. Toby, like halfway through the song, gets on stage and plays the guitar and sings with her. And then they get a standing ovation, and she says, Leah Thompson's, well, it's Catherine. She's like, thank you. It's just like, wow, this is amazing. And Toby's passion is maybe reignited a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I kind of want to wrap this up.
Yeah. After the performance, he gets flirted with by the pretty blonde girl.
Yes.
Who we find out is Nikki.
Yes. And they kind of have like a flirty back and forth about believing in God.
Yeah, she was like, I would love you to come back and play. And he's like, oh, I don't know. And she goes, what, you have trouble with the big man? She like clearly is very devout.
Yeah.
And Toby's more like agnostic.
So I had completely forgotten about Nikki. Did you remember her?
Yes.
When she showed up, I had like a physical response.
Really?
Of being like, oh God.
I don't remember what happens with her, but she's there for a bit. She also was in the show Big Love, which is where I recognized her from.
Is that the Mormon one?
Mm-hmm.
Is it I always thought it was a reality show.
No, it is fiction.
Should I watch it?
Yes.
Okay, amazing. Guys, I'm going to watch Big Love.
But then, yeah, he's like, oh, I don't know if I want to do the thing. And then he comes home later. He opens his guitar case, and she has put the flyer for the church in his guitar case. And that's the end of that plot. Emmett sees Bay at the motorcycle show. He's thrilled.
Yes.
He's like, oh my God, you're here. Obsessed with you. Why are you sad? Bay looks glum. He goes, why?
Lenny.
Bay is glum. He goes, why are you sad? And she explains, well, I tagged the car wash and he didn't like it.
And Emmett tells her what I was saying last episode. Like, you need to tell him that you did it.
And
like,
he'll understand. He'll understand more.
He was just like, you can't be mad at his reaction when he doesn't even have the full story.
Yeah, and I agree.
And she takes his advice.
Yeah, she goes straight to his office and tells him she did the graffiti. And he is very confused.
And then she's like, please say something. And he says, I feel like I don't know you at all.
Harsh, but not mean.
I think that he just needs time and he's in shock. And I actually think that was more of a condemnation on him than her.
I
feel like he was trying to be like, I feel so heartbroken that I didn't even realize this about you.
Yeah. I also think this really shows growth from the beginning of season 1, because I think early season 1, John would have just immediately yelled.
Yeah.
But now he's sitting, he's thinking about it, and he's like, okay, I need to process it.
Yeah.
He's understandably confused, like he truly doesn't get why it's important to her.
And you know what? I can empathize with him because I still don't really get it either.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bae.
Yeah.
Bae returns to Emmett and is like, I'm so upset.
That went horribly.
That went horribly. And Emmett's like, I'm sorry, it was bad advice. And Bay's like, no, it was good advice. It's just like sucks. And then Robin is like, hey.
Does not catch that. This is not the time.
Does not read the room.
And invites Emmett to a race in her hometown.
And Bay, after she sees Bay, Robin seems very nice.
Robin is a lovely person.
Gorgeous. She's like, oh, and maybe you have a girlfriend, and that sucks for me, but like she should come to the race too.
Yeah, but Bay catches on right away.
Yeah.
And says, I'm gonna go. And Emmett's like, I'll go with you. And she goes, no. You stay with Robin.
She says, you should stay. I think I'm the one interrupting. Damn. And you can tell by her response. She's not over him.
No.
She doesn't want him to move on.
Okay.
And then Daphne is like, I gotta get to the motorcycle show to bring Emmett his business cards. Walks in to grab, I guess, her chocolate souffle or whatever.
In the background, we hear, ah! But
Yeah.
she doesn't hear it.
And then she turns around. Angelo's on the floor, nail in his hand, bleeding. And she's like, oh my God, we gotta get you to a hospital. And he's like, no, it's fine, no hospital.
And she's like, shut up, let's go.
Yeah, she yells at him into the car.
They're in the waiting room. She's entertaining herself with Highlights magazine.
She's doing the word jumble.
And Angelo looks over her shoulder and he goes, wow, you got serpent. That's a big word. And she goes,
what the fuck?
I'm not 7, I'm 16.
Yeah, she says, I'm not 7. It's not that big of a word for me. And Angelo goes, and he said it really loud too. So I think they're trying to play, like, at first they're trying to make you think that he's being ignorant about her being deaf again. But then he goes, well, English is my 3rd language, so it's a pretty big word for me.
Sure.
And I was like, oh, okay. They're trying to show their differences are like a fundamental misunderstanding of each other.
Yeah.
I think. And so he sits back grumpily in the chair. I'm going to assume it was intentional. Both actors have the same grumpy, pouty face.
That's beautiful.
And so it was really sweet. Like this episode, you start to see that, yeah, that was her dad for the first 3 years of her life. And some of her unpleasant behaviors are from him.
So true.
They're both being grouchy in the ER.
They both want to get out of there. And Daphne's like, I have a trick. Just start groaning really loudly.
Yeah. And he's like, what? And she's like, I was in the hospital a lot as a kid because anytime I got a fever after the initial one, Regina took me to the ER. So
after I got meningitis.
Yeah, you need to groan really loud and be in pain.
So he does it. And then the nurse immediately comes up and goes, oh, Angelo, okay.
But then she's like, well, who's this? I need to know who this is so that she can go back with you. Is this your daughter? And he says nothing. And then finally Daphne says no.
Silence is palpable between them.
Sad.
Yeah. She's waiting for him. And also, she's been trying to reach Regina the whole time. No answer from Regina.
No.
Worst mother ever.
She's like with Simone.
She's hanging out with Simone or working. She's in a bad mood. Angelo says, no, you can go to the motorcycle show. And she's like, no, I'll just stick it out. As like this is a painful thing for her to do. And Angelo's basically like, I get it. You hate hanging out with me. Yeah. I made a mistake.
Yeah. I don't think he should yell at her, but I do think it works.
I know. I was like, he's kind of like, I made a mistake, get over it.
Yeah. He's like, get over it. It was just like one thing that I did.
I left you. Who cares?
Yeah.
But it works on her. She's like...
He's like, I'm here. I'm trying to fix it. And you like, don't care.
I know.
So, I don't know. Whatever. It works. You can see
he comes
Daphne,
home.
like, the wheels turning.
Yeah. He comes home with 6 stitches in his hand.
Yeah.
And Regina arrives home also and goes, oh, did you fuck the nurse in the ER too?
It was a good line. But Regina, you gotta chill. I think you gotta chill.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's like, I can't believe you found out that you had like a missing daughter out there and you just immediately shacked up with the nurse. That actually feels like not a reasonable response, but like I can totally see either of them making that choice.
They're both crazy.
Yeah. It's also big. And he's like, it was big, scary news.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wanted to go bed down for a few days. God.
Also, I'm allowed to be mad at you because you kept it a secret from me.
Yeah. Also, he wasn't. What she's really mad about is that he was with another woman.
Yes.
She doesn't actually care. Because he could throw that right back at her and say, you found out about the switch 13 years ago when you waited.
Yeah.
So, God forbid.
But then they bond because they both have matching hand injuries.
Stupid. Yeah, Angelo's like, I could be mad at you for so many things. Stop this. And then they like hold their stupid little injured hands together.
Yeah.
And they bond. Ugh, whatever. John inside is telling Catherine about the graffiti.
Yeah, and Catherine's like, Well, it says something that Bay felt comfortable enough to tell you.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's a good thing. I don't remember how they handle it, but like, certainly they can't be like, okay, and we're going to support you continuing to do this illegal activity.
No, they do say, and what are we going to do about it? And then they're just kind of like, I don't know. But maybe the next episode.
Let her do all of her art on the car wash.
Yeah.
Let her just turn the car wash into her, like, but for Bay, part of it is the vandalism. The vandalism is, like, part of it.
It's like an adrenaline rush.
It's like, yeah, and her, like, rebellion. Whatever.
I don't know.
Daphne, the next day, comes in and has bought Angelo a present.
Yeah.
And it's
like cut-resistant gloves.
Angelo signs, thank you.
And Kayla could agree at and she, like, almost wells up into tears.
Yeah.
But then she composes herself and goes, no problem.
Yeah, sweet.
Sweet moment.
It's nice.
I hope Angelo starts learning some sign.
I think he does.
Thank God.
I was, like, happy for Daphne, but come on, girl. Let's stop taking the scraps.
Then,
This is when we learn that Zara works at the library.
Bay's waiting for Zara outside the library. This library must close at, like, 10 p.m. It's dark out.
It's dark out.
And she goes, please forgive me. The truth is, I was born a Vasquez, but I grew up as a Canish. I was, like, sort of adopted.
Just be like, I'm the switched at birth girl, you can Google it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's gotten so much news coverage. Her mom wrote a book about it.
Yeah, look up Canish switched at birth.
I also feel that if someone, maybe it's because of this show, but if someone told me I was switched at birth, I would immediately be like, oh, okay, I understand.
Yeah,
Not like I understand what they went through, but like, I physically understand the logistics of the situation.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem that hard. So then they kind of make up because Zara's like, I thought you were like me, and turns out you're not like me. But she is like you, because you're both white women.
I wrote this too. Well, you're both white.
Yeah, you are the same. So...
Also, but in the storyline, in the actual storyline canon, let's assume Zara, she's POC coded.
Yeah.
And then Bay's a Puerto Rican, so they are like each other.
Yeah. But I guess
it's the class difference.
Bay is 16 years old, and Zara is 19. I looked it up on the fan wiki.
Thank you.
So that's a 3-year age difference.
Mm-hmm.
They're not the same, but I'm saying, like, Zara knew that. Anyway, Zara's like, I just thought you were like me, and, like, we understood each other, and Bay was like, so Bay sits down, and she's like, well, we do. You get this huge part of me that nobody else gets. I had someone who got it, and he's gone now. If these writers weren't cowards, this would be the moment that they would kiss.
I know.
Because she's literally saying to Zara, like, you are taking the place of Emmett in my life.
Yeah.
Let Bay be bisexual. She's so bisexual coded.
It would be awesome.
It would have been so good. And it makes me mad because the show later has lots of queer characters. So
it wasn't cool yet to do that in 2012.
No, I don't think it was a lack of representation. They were just like, they didn't see it. They didn't see what they had on their hands, I guess. I don't know.
It would have been perfect.
It would have been perfect. And that's how the episode ends, is they just like fade out on them having this like romantic giggly chat on the bench outside of the library.
End of episode.
End of episode. God, just kiss already.
I know. I am glad there was more signing in this episode compared to the previous ones, and I'm glad there was no Chef Jeff.
Yeah.
I miss Travis. He wasn't at the car wash again.
Yeah, why wouldn't he have been at the motorcycle show?
Right?
He becomes a main player in season 2, but I guess at this point he was just a day player. I don't know.
It's disappointing because I feel like you have great things to say.
Yeah, he would have loved to flirt with Robin.
Lost opportunity. Missed opportunity. But that's okay.
That's okay.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks for listening, guys.
And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.